Hello everybody and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out Please Remain Calm. It's a little roguelike style 2D platformer with a kind of an interesting mechanic where our character is going to be shooting some coins as well as avoiding an eternal pit of doom that seems to erupt from the side of the screen if we wait too long. So let's do a little bit of looking around here and see what we can find. Let's do our options first, I guess. And what do we have? So swap, move, and shoot, press jump to coin jump, hold shift to zoom, mute audio, low detail, or graphics quality. We actually can set that up one more. I guess we may as well. There we go. And let's do how to play. So move and jump, WASD, shoot coins on arrow keys. Zoom is shift, P for pause or escape, and then space bar is jump. We can also hold enter to restart menu will pause. Okay, so let's just like get back out, I guess. So let's do start game, and we'll do the tutorial. I have run through this once just to see what this game is about, and it's not super complicated or anything. In fact, it kind of branches out pretty nicely from the beginning, where it's a simple premise, we'll be honest. We'll be walking around, grabbing some coins. Again, these are used for our ammo, if you couldn't tell by the way that the option screen described it, but we can also use them to jump and stuff, too. And we just play as this little kind of like flea-type character there, and he just poops out a little coin and runs around. So we want to lower the quality of the game, run slow, push back the darkness with coins, shoot enemies. Gotta not forget about the pushing back the darkness thing. Kind of an important one. And then we've got these sort of Super Meat Boy-esque laser beams. We can zoom in and out with shift, which is useful if you want to forget about the fact that you're being chased by a giant death abyss. I was just going to grab these coins, but I guess if these guys are going to be jerks about it, well, I'll just stomp his head, I guess. And press S to exit, so down, essentially, to walk through doors. Fair enough, so there we go, level 1, metal get. We are now 2 Ts. And I believe this is where things start to become randomized. So basically, each level, we're going to be looking for a way to navigate all of these various blocks, while also collecting some coins. There may be fall damage. I feel like I remember that being a thing. And, of course, we've only got a few hearts to spend, so we've got to be a little bit careful about where we end up taking some damage. Shouldn't be too big of a deal or anything, though. Got this level pretty much under control. There's no traps, really, on the first level. We're just getting acclimated here. And the nice trade-off is if we collect enough coins, we'll eventually find a shop that we can actually spend those coins on to get some upgrades or various other abilities. Now, I kind of want to go back and look for ways to get to some of these other coins. Oh god, what have I done? I don't even know what that block means, but I guess I want to avoid it. Just spread like some kind of fungus. Also, you can fall through the bottom of some of these. Like if this block was open right here, I'd be able to fall through the bottom and end up back at the top. That would be useful if I passed something important, but it also can kind of mess with you because you might be able to only fall in one direction, and then you end up getting yourself kind of stuck. But alright, so far so good. No problems thus far. We've got these, I don't know, some kind of like bacteria-looking suckers doodling around, and I kind of want to avoid those. I don't really know if they're going to die if I shoot them. They may end up splitting or something. Alright, they split and they also die, so we got to shoot them 3 times. Act a little bit like asteroids or something. And, or Polyphemus is not the thing I'm thinking about. The splitting dude in Isaac, you know. Anyway. I'm just going to try and grab some more of these coins while also taking some dumb damage here, getting things sorted out. I feel like one of my minor complaints about this game is just that it seems like everything's super tiny, and I know we can zoom in with shift, and that kind of helps a little bit, but it just feels like everything is just extremely small in the general presentation of it. And I like the general sentiment of where this game is at, and like the way that it chooses to do things. The trade-off using ammo and currency is the same, is kind of a nice, interesting thing. Oh, we found some kind of shop. Okay, this is the shop, absolutely. So we can take no fall damage, or we can re-roll whatever this item is for 5, or we can just buy a heart, it looks like, for 1. I'm gonna guess... Oh, I can't do that? I guess I can't do that. So, do I want no fall damage for 15 coins? I think I'd rather re-roll it. High jump for 15, that seems more useful. So, I don't know, probably the best we're gonna do. And I guess I probably couldn't buy that just because I'm already at 4 hearts. So maybe I have to buy some kind of like a capacity increase before that's going to be available for me. So I feel like I'm much more able to navigate the environment now that I have a high jump. I mean, could come back to bite me in the butt considering I didn't take the no fall damage ability. So, you know, I could put myself in a position where I end up jumping so high that, well, that hurt. I end up jumping so high that I end up hurting myself on the way back down. So I just got to be careful about how I approach that. And I should be able to jump, I think it's 3 tiles up. So that's a thing to keep in mind. So I don't know how to necessarily have a criticism if this is a thing that is necessarily completely randomly generated, but I feel like a lot of the levels feel somewhat homogeneous. Oh my god, just hit the thing. There's a lot of very similar looking areas. I mean, this is essentially a level that's designed by broken up little bits of geometry. It's not like there's a lot of structures involved, but I think that could have been kind of interesting too if there were a group of bits that things get pulled from, sort of like the seeds in Spelunky when you have like these little clusters of reasonably well-specified landmass, and then those get put together in interesting combinations. Kind of wasted some stuff there. I need to get to the exit here and not fall through one of these holes in the ground, because they're everywhere. This could be real bad. Alright, we made it. That was a little closer than it probably should have been, considering how far away that thing was. And it looks like we've got some new enemies to contend with here. Okay, I don't know what this guy's about. I think he's just gonna jump around a little bit. And he just seems to jump on some sort of specified interval that I don't think has anything to do with me. Oh god. Yeah, well, I landed on him. Took some fall damage there, and got hit again. Things seem to be unraveling in a very Spelunky-like fashion, actually, which is entertaining. Oh, okay, I just can't jump on their heads, apparently. So I learned that the hard way. This is gonna probably be fall damage town if I fell all the way. I'm enjoying the music, by the way, and I kind of like the approach to things in that it's a little bit on the abstract side. As much as I said, like, I wasn't a huge fan of how small everything was, on the other hand, as much as that is true, how I feel about it, like, it also kind of works together. We seem to have this sort of a cutesy, small aesthetic, and, you know, that's fine. So let's get some of these hearts going. Might as well get back to full... Oh, and I can't now afford to buy a health up, which I probably should have sorted out beforehand. So yeah, we'll just go up to that, and I guess I'll re-roll this just to see if it's something cheap. Shoot through for 16. I don't have enough, so I guess forget that then. Alright, so level 5. So far, this may be one of my better runs, as embarrassing as that is to admit. I usually spend my resources a lot more poorly than this. Oh, jeez. Alright, well, I knew he was going to do that, and yet I just kind of walked into him anyway. So we'll just hold right here and hopefully not fall too far. Oh, I managed to use a lucky downward coin shoot to get out of that spot. I was just about to get hit there. But yeah, I really wish there were more, like, landmarks to attach myself to in this. It's just everything is so... I don't know, just like I said already, homogeneous. It's just kind of a breaking up of a bunch of little squares, and then there's some areas where there aren't squares, and that's kind of it. And then, you know, sections of floor that are more like just actual sections of floor. Alright, so the portal is opening. I have 21 coins. I kind of want to get a few more coins, but I'm going to have to go through this big mess over here on the right. And I'm going to have to do that soon. Again, I got to remember I can shoot the abyss with coins to try and stop this from proceeding forward. It's eating up all the enemies now, which is good news for me, except... Oh god, get the heart. Get out of there. Barely made it. Halfway, so I guess there are a total of 10 levels to this. That's news to me. And also, I started on the bottom. That's also news to me. I don't think I've done that before. I mean, I guess when you start from the bottom, now you're here. That's just kind of how it works. And a variety of new enemies here. We've got some snowflakes, we've got these rushing thwomp blocks, and we've got some kind of thing that seems to be leaving mucus secretions all over the background, so I probably want to avoid stepping in that or over that. What am I going to do with this snowflake here? Why don't you get out of the way, please? Also, how am I going to climb up? This is going to be much more difficult going up than it is going down, which is probably why they tend to start you up at the top most of the time. Without the proper tools, you may not actually be able to get through some of these problems. There we go. Alright, that worked. Oh, we've got the abyss already starting. I'm going to shoot this snail thing and hope that the secretions that it seems to make go away quickly. Alright, looks like we're safe-ish. Okay, up we go. Taking the advice of please remain calm, it's easier said than done when it comes to this game. It's surprising how quickly this thing will catch up with you. You know, you think you've got all the time in the world, and then all of a sudden it's right behind you there. Alright, made it through another level. We can get shoot through. I should probably buy another couple of hearts. I'll just get shoot through. Why not? And get back to full health. So far so good. Level 7. Well, maybe I shouldn't say so good, but, you know, I've done all right for myself, I think, in this. Should probably also be a little bit more generous with my usage of coins. Can I make it up there? No, I think that's a little too far away. Maybe, though, if I use these edges... This is a tricky bunch of jumps to do, especially since I'm not really the most inclined to use WASD for platformers or arrow keys. It's essentially the same deal. I should probably try mapping this to the controller. I think that would probably be a good idea. This music sounds very much Cave Story, or is it just in my head? There was that little doot-doot-doot-doot thing that was going on a second ago, and that was, I thought, very much like a Cave Story sound. Or, you know, melody. Alright, I need to hurry up here and get up to the top of this thing. Get the coins, please. Yeah, there it is again. How do I deal with these heads? Do they go away if I shoot them? Oh yeah, they just move. This could be a problem for me. I can't jump up to that, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. And oh, I can use downward jump, yeah! And I also pushed it back a little bit too. Hooray! Level 8. My goodness, this is getting harrowing at this point. And now we've introduced some sort of weird fly bugs, as well as a laser trap, which I'm a little worried about. Okay, the fly bugs are pretty easy. Let's keep things moving quickly here. I don't have a lot of time to dawdle. Go, go, go. Alright, the bugs are going to be a problem. They keep leaving this trail in my way, and I don't have time to wait for it to dissipate. Okay, get the eyeball. I should be able to make it around this. I don't know if I'm taking very good paths half the time, but, you know, I'm doing the best I can. Kinda don't care if I keep a lot of money at this point. It's only useful for ammo, really, in this stage in the game, as far as I can tell. Not like I'm well-practiced or well-versed in the general ways of... oh god, I've gone the wrong way. I can't go this way at all. Oh, did I take falling damage there? And also, this is a dead end! Holy butts, I've got to go this way now. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. I'm gonna run out of time. I think the wall can't track me across through the other side, but it does seal off the entrance to the other direction. Wait a minute. This doesn't work either. There's no way around. How am I supposed to get up there? But central. Wait, can I push it back far enough with enough coins? Maybe I can actually still make it through this. Alright, keep it going, keep it going. Oh my goodness. MLG. Pro strats. And I have 3 coins left. I had used everything I had there to get through that one, and I don't even have enough to get another health. So level 9. I don't see this lasting much longer, but this has been surprisingly a lot more enjoyable than I expected. I think the tension really ratcheted up towards the end there. It feels like you don't have a lot of time, and all of a sudden the mazes get a little bit more complex, and, you know, then your resource management skills come into question, and, you know, it all starts to really pick up a little bit. So, you know, somewhat tepid response at the beginning sometimes gives way to a little bit more excitement, and that's totally cool. Alright, I don't have time to go after those coins, but I probably should make time. Okay, oh god, I thought I made that jump, and then I just didn't. Get the fly. Oh, straight into that head. This is not ideal. I'm, like, right next to the freaking beginning of the level, and that's not where I want to be at all. I don't even know if this is necessarily the path that I want to take, but it is a path, and I can see a way up, so that's kind of all I'm really thinking about at the moment. I do like the sound of all the enemies exploding. That's kind of nice, and also I have 1 health left. Oh, God! I was consumed by darkness. That was a really dumb way to go. Believe in yourself. Hint, shoot the darkness and push it back. So that's gonna be it for Please Remain Calm. Started out, like I said, kind of, you know, tepid on it, but I think it grows on you after a little bit. It's a cool concept. I kind of wish there was more diversity to the levels. I said it 2 or 3 times, but it just is the way it is. You know, if each one had its own distinct color scheme, maybe there were more sort of modeled enemies that fit a theme of what that level is about. But at the same time, you know, we're talking about a game that you're probably going to spend short amounts of time per game, and also it's totally free, so you can't really be that upset about it. So if you want, go check out Please Remain Calm, totally free on your browser. simple to play, easy to learn, hard to master, all of that good stuff. So, you know, try it. Let me know what you think in the comments. I am curious to know your opinions in general, so feel free to let me know there. And, of course, if you enjoyed the episode, consider leaving a like. I do greatly appreciate that. As well as if you want to stop back again tomorrow, new episodes of Indie Impressions go up every single day without exception. We're now 740-something days concurrently running on this series. So if you'd like to support the show, consider subscribing to the channel. It helps me out a lot, and then you know when all the new stuff goes up, because there's other things other than just Indie Impressions on the channel. But hopefully, if you like this, you might stick around and check out some of the other stuff too. So I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you again so much for watching, and have a fantastic night. Talk to you later.